Hi everyone. So this is Mimi with Adventure Fitness, and I am just doing this quick little video because I was just recently doing an interview with a good friend of mine, Coach Cox. We did an interview on mobility and strength training, and basically we wanted to discuss whether or not you should work more on mobility or work more on strength, or whether or not they should both go together. So during the interview, we had a couple of questions that we weren't able to answer, and so I just wanted to take the time to answer them right now. So the first question is regarding strength, and the question was how do I know when I need to increase my weight? So basically it's kind of a multi-part answer for you, but the first thing that you need to look at when strength training is that you can actually do the entire movement. So if I'm working on deadlifts, for example, whatever weight I'm at. So say I'm doing 50 pounds right now and I'm working on my deadlifts, and I think that I might be able to move up, but I don't know if I should or shouldn't. So the first question you have to answer is, can I do the deadlift all the way? So can I keep good form from the beginning to the very end of my deadlifts? And how do I feel at the end? Am I arching my back? Do I feel terrible at the end? Or do I feel like I feel pretty good and I feel like I could do a little bit more? If you are not doing the exercise using good form, then the answer is no, you shouldn't increase your weight. But if you're using good form and you're able to do the exercise pretty well, for several reps, and you feel like I got more gas in the tank, then I would say go ahead and increase your weight. I would increase in like 10% increments at first until you figure out what works for you. So if I was doing 50 pounds, maybe I might increase to like 60 pounds, or I might try 55 just to be safe. But go small so that you make sure that you don't try to overdo it. The other thing about that is it also depends on what your workout is. So if you're coming into the gym, you need to have an intention for what your workout's going to be. Are you going to be working on strength? Are you working on recovery? Or are you just working on metabolic stuff? Say hello to my daughter. If you're working on strength, then yeah, think about increasing your weights. But if you're doing recovery or metabolic, then it's fine to stay at a little bit of a lighter weight. So I hope that answers your question. The second question is a little bit more difficult, and it was more along, how do I know if my workouts are balanced with strength and mobility? And to be honest with you, that one's a little bit difficult to answer. Say hello to Mickey. That one's a little bit difficult to answer. You know what, let me just put her in the frame or else she'll just be bugging. Because it really depends on what you're doing. There's no like one number of how much strength and how much mobility it is that you need to be working on. Basically, if you're doing a lot of strength work, and you're feeling tight, then you need to maybe increase the amount of mobility and flexibility work that you're doing. If you're feeling pretty good, your body feels good, then maybe you could work a little bit more on strength. What I like to say is if you're very active and doing stuff like running or sports or heavy lifting, anything like that where you're really doing a lot of repetitive stuff, then I say always do mobility work before and after your workouts, and then spend some time doing them on maybe your recovery days, because that's a little bit lighter of a workout. I would say if I had to put a number on it, maybe I do about 30% of my work is mobility. The other 70% of my time is strength work. And it might not be heavy lifting necessarily. It could just be body weight strength. So it just depends on what you're working on, but that would be my answer to that. So anyways, if you have more questions, just drop me a line and I would love to answer them. See you later.